Welcome all you beautiful people to your Lionsgate portal reading for 8/8 of 2022. The Lionsgate is all about when the sun is in Leo, and it lines up with the star Sirius, with the Orion's belt, and the Earth, which brings in amazing manifesting energy. All of those eights, the eighth house of the zodiac is actually the house of Scorpio, which is ruled by Pluto in Aries. So you've got all this power, fiery power that comes in, transformational energy and passion that comes in and is available for this portal for this time. I've also brought out the strength card, which is the number 8 in the major arcana in the tarot. And you can see here, of course, there's a lion on there. And this is about the relationship between our lower self and our higher self, and bringing in this beautiful bridge between the realms. The number 8s and all of the minor arcana represent going to another level. You know, the 8 of fire or the 8 of wands is about energy coming in, messages coming in from spirit. You got the 8 of earth or the 8 of pentacles, which is about stepping up into a new place in the world, whether it's moving from like kind of a apprentice into a master level. And then you have the 8 of air, which would be the 8 of swords, which brings an awareness around our thoughts and our beliefs, those things that have been restricting us within our minds, allowing us to move to a next level. And then, of course, the 8 of water, the 8 of cups, is about leaving behind the emotions that are no longer serving us. So there is this beautiful energy coming in for this portal. And we're going to look into each zodiac sign. And we're going to look in to see, what did you learn over this last year from the last portal opening on August 8th of 2021. And then secondly, we're going to look at what you're leaving behind, what you're surrendering. And then number 3, what's the next step that you're going to head off on? What journey are you going to be looking at for this next year? So we're going to jump into each of the individual zodiac signs, and I'm going to jump into your reading right now. And before we jump into your reading, I just wanted to make a quick announcement that I'm going to be having a drawing once I reach 1,000 or more subscribers on my YouTube channel. I will be having a drawing for 10 1-hour personal readings for 10 lucky individuals. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate you considering doing so. And if you do, make sure to click on the little alarm button to be notified and select the all option, so that when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will put out a special video letting you know how you can enter that drawing. So I really appreciate all of you watching, and we'll get into your reading now. All right, Libras, this is your Lionsgate portal reading. And we are going to start off by pulling a card here from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And this is just going to tell us what wisdom you've learned over this last year since August 8th of 2021. And any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. We'll give these a good shuffle. And we'll see what Spirit and Creator want you to know about what you learned over this last year. All right. So for our Libras, what do you want them to know? What did they learn over this last year? Okay, it's this one right here. And you have Loyal Heart. Beautiful. Card number 35. We'll put that over here. I really feel like you learned 2 things in here. One, how to have a loyal heart, like how to trust and trust in loyalty. But also, I kind of feel like you learn to let go of the need to have someone loyal to you. Like you used to put so much importance in it in your life, but you kind of have realized that other people's actions don't define who you are, that you get to define who you are. You get to choose all of that. And through that experience, you're like, have really moved beyond that need, beyond that heartache that kind of all comes with that. Because the essential meaning of this is fidelity, loyalty, and devotion. And evidence of loyalty appeared in your life, and others proved that they were faithful to you, and you in turn committed fully to them. So there is a sure and abiding certainty that comes with that in your heart, and know that spirit is always loyal to you. No matter the outer circumstances in your life, trust and have faith, for you are eternally loved always, divinely protected, and divinely directed. So you always have that loyalty from something that is eternal and stable and unconditional, which is of the spirit world. And I really feel like that's what you learned over this last year, is really all of that in that direction. So I'm loving that lesson that came about, because that's a hard one, I know. We're also going to pull from this Power of Surrender deck and just see what you're leaving behind, what you are surrendering as you get ready to move into this new portal. So let's give these a quick shuffle. All right, so for our Libras, what are they surrendering? What do you want them to know that they're ready to let go of, and that they are? So that is it right here. And you have surrender to trust. There we go. So trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. So you have really this foundation of trust and understanding. It's like you're letting go of the need to trust the outside world, because you found what you have been looking for inside of your own heart, which is the spirit world, which is the creator, that whole slew of posse of support on the other side. You have the creator, you have spirit, you also have your guardian angel and all of your angels. You've got spirit guides, you've got loved ones who already returned back to the other side. You have ancestors that you haven't even met, and a whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light that are in your corner, that are the ones that you can trust. Humans, it's the human characters out there aren't real anyway. They are just these imaginary characters we're interacting with for the sake of understanding ourselves and getting to know ourselves in a more deeper way. And, when you connect to the higher being behind those characters, those actors behind those characters, those are the unconditional loving beings. But humans, and trust, we learn to trust humans who are fallible and ruled by fear and unstable, in order to feel like what it might feel like to be betrayed and have that loyalty broken, right? So I love all this energy coming in. We are going to pull from the good tarot here and just see where we're going with this into this next year. What is the next steps that you're taking as you step one foot into the Lionsgate portal, this new one for this next coming year, and see what they want you to know about what's going to happen. What are these steps that are coming? All right, so what would you like our Libras to know about this next steps in this next year, please? What would you like them to know? Okay. Let's move this over here. I want this one right here. And we want this one right here. All right. Let's get these all scooched out here. And we will start with this one down here, which is the Page of Fire, which would be the Page of Wands. So beautiful, fiery, energy coming in, giving you the little zap, the energy to move forward into new levels, a new higher level of energy, which makes sense because you're not investing so much energy in the outer world. You're finding this beautiful fountain of love from within, which allows you to maintain and keep a lot of your energy, thus taking you to a new higher level that you haven't felt before in both your personal energy, but also your spiritual energy. The fire is also your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. And so this is new inspiration coming, new excitement. I feel like you're not spending so much time pursuing external validation, and so you're really able to look at your dreams in a whole different way, not so much everyone else's dreams, kind of sacrificing yourself for everyone else and putting your stuff on hold. You're ready to have this come back to you. Pages also were messengers, and with fire being spirit, this also is about receiving a lot of spiritual messages, which makes sense because they really had me emphasize who your spiritual posse of support is. So you are definitely over this next Lionsgate portal, and this journey over this next year is really about connecting to the higher realms, connecting to your loyal posse that's behind you. Now, they don't mess with your free will. So unless you ask them of your own free will to meddle in your life, to bring you answers and synchronicities and messages, they will keep them on the low key, only fulfilling the things you asked them to do before you came down here. But this is them saying, hey, ask us and we will answer you, unless you've asked for a period of time for them to go dark, for them to be silent. Because sometimes when we come down here, there are pockets of time where we want to feel alone and desperate and feel like we're all alone, when they're really just standing behind us all quiet going, okay, they told us not to make any noise and not to let them know that we're here for this, 2-week or 3-week or 4-month period or whatever it might be. And right when that period ends, they're like, then they start making themselves known again as soon as you have, opened that up for them. But in addition, like I said, if you have your own free will, ask them for answers, they will bring them to you because they love you and they care about you and they are behind you. Then we'll go to this one next. Yeah, so you have 2 of water, 2 of cups. And this definitely is about connecting to the higher realms too, because the 2 of cups, if you think of it as, 2 choices, 2 emotional choices that you have and that you're able to make in any moment. And your free will allows you to either choose of the Ace of Cups, the chalice, the Holy Grail, which is full of the unconditional love of the higher realms, or the bitter, sour waters of the fear of losing conditional love of the human world. So we always have two cups to choose to drink from, and it's always the 2. And if we don't like drinking out of this old one anymore, just knowing that you have another choice to drink from another cup, which is juicy, yummy, manna, or I keep thinking of the word that they used to, the gods on Olympus would drink, this beautiful, the wine of the gods, or the liquid of the gods, whatever, I can't think of it right now. But, that's what it tastes like. It's beautiful. It's, nutritious and sweet tasting, and it is so good in comparison, especially to the bitter, sour, disappointing waters of the human experience. So you have these 2 that you get to choose from any moment, and that is also your power. And then you have the World card. So World card is the last card in the major arcana of the tarot deck, which is a signifier of significant endings of major cycles and ready for new beginnings. So you definitely, as you're going into this new portal that's coming in here, this Lionsgate portal, you are ready to start this whole new way of looking at things, this whole new relationships. I mean, the pages is this newness coming in too. So you're ready to stop this old cycle of looking at your loyalty and your definition in the outside world, and you're moving to having it with the inside world, really grasping this power of choice that I've always chosen to feel betrayed, to feel like I'm worthless, to feel I'm not good enough because they can't stay loyal to, boom, you are this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love, that has this ultimate support and loyalty of these beings that are mighty and powerful and supernatural as well. And just realizing that, when you're loved and supported by the king and the queen of the kingdom, who cares if the the peasants out there don't? Because the most important people, the most important beings do love you and support you unconditionally. So I love that. We're all peasants in the outside. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So here's the strength card. This is a beautiful story, like I talked about in the beginning with the Lion's Gate. Here you go. This was the main card in the middle. This is your human side. This is your higher self. And this is about you having this relationship between the two of you. I really feel like with all the cards that are popping up here, that they're nudging me to let you know. I also started at the beginning of this year a free YouTube series called U times 2, which I'll have linked in the description box below, and at the end of the video I'll have it in one of the playlists that's in the corners. But it is all about getting to know the two of you that are living this human experience, your human character, and that powerful being of yourself. There's so much of this that's just screaming that could be very helpful for you if that resonates for you and you want to check that out. We're also going to pull from the Everyday Tarot here and see what else they would like you to know, what kind of clarification around any of these items. All right, so what else for our Libras? What else would you like them to know, please? Okay. They do want these 4 up here, so they want this one, and this one, and this one, and that one, and this one up here. All right. So let's start with this one again here. Yeah, you have the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles is the card of like authenticity on how you're expressing yourself in the outside world. And the story is like that Spirit gave me is you have these 2 people here. Here's the person behind your back that is the naysayer, the dream buster that goes, you're not going to do any good at that. Why are you doing it that way? You should do this, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, we don't. This is the person that's all blah, 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 blah. And we're like, psh, outside our circle. And then you have the person who's in front of them here, who is the positive supporter, who says they're proud of you, they're excited about what you're going to do and the adventure you're headed toward, and they might even give you some finances to help support you in the adventure. But it's that person that might be more likely to have you move off your authentic path than this person, because this one, we don't want to lose their support. Our little ego loves the support and really doesn't appreciate naysayers and people who aren't supportive, but we fear that they'll move from that supportive camp to the dream buster camp, and so we might veer off course a little bit. So this card is basically looking like in kind of that same theme of looking inward for your support rather than outward, and that allows you to stay on your authentic path, because your spiritual posse and your inner world doesn't have ulterior motives. They have everything that they need. They don't need to try to, act helpful or try to be in control of things. They want you to be able to express yourself in this beautiful, beautiful way. So this is this creative authenticity card coming forward as well. And you've got the 6 of Cups, which this is like the nostalgia card. This is cups are your emotions, like the 2 of Cups here. But this is about reflecting back on old ways of thinking. Makes sense with the disloyalty and the betrayal that you have felt. This is about when you're realizing any moment with those 2 of Cups that every moment is a choice between unconditional love and the fear of losing conditional love, when you realize every memory we have is either of one or the other, and if you put them into those categories, usually the ones you look at are the painful ones because you don't want that to happen again. But when you go back and look at it, knowing that that situation, whatever happened, was not full of unconditional love, but was full of fear, then you know that the other person's actions were out of fear of some sort as well as yours. Because the little child within each of us, as it shows here, little children, when we feel unsafe or we feel out of control, we freak out. We go into fight or flight mode, we sound the alarms, and we send blood out of our brain to our arms and our legs to fight like heck or run like heck, but we're not thinking clearly anymore. We have moved out of our minds, and instead of responding in an emotionally mature, loving way, we are reacting in an animalistic, fearful way. So when we go back and look at a situation and understand that person was not meaning anything personal, they were just freaking out, as were we. And in that situation, it was just fearful animals just trying to feel safe again. Little children fighting for control and to feel safe. And when we do that, we can transform these disloyal, feelings and emotions that we had before, understanding that person just felt out of control. And we can start looking at the situation differently and look at that other person differently, and definitely look at ourselves differently because of it as well. And you have the King of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, and the king means you're mastering your mind. All of the kings, in addition to ruling over their element, which he rules air, also have extra helping of air. So double air, this is all about your mind and your thoughts and your mentalities, the old ways of looking at things, your old belief systems. You're really getting control over that, and that Ace of Swords he holds in his hand allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love, and allows you to slice away the small T truths of the fear that caused you to have these beliefs about other people's actions meaning something about you. And then you have the Two of Wands. So again, this is the twos coming up here, nudging you to that U times 2 series. But the Two of Wands is about taking control of your power and knowing that whatever you are focusing is what is growing. Again, with the twos, every moment we are either growing unconditional love or fear of losing conditional love in our life. So whatever we're looking at, whatever our focus is on, is what's growing. If you focus on the pain and the disloyalty and people are untrustworthy, then untrustworthiness grows in our life. But if we're grateful and have gratitude for things in our life, then those things grow in our life instead. If we focus on what's missing, the lack grows. If we're focusing on what we do want in our life, then that grows instead. So you see the difference, and that wherever you focus in your energy is what is growing for you. And then your final card is the Knight of Cups. So all these cups right here. The Knights, of course, are all about action. All the Knights also quest, because that's what Knights do, is they quest. You can see in his hand here, he's got the Ace of Cups, the chalice. That is the Holy Grail that is full of the unconditional love of the creator of all things. And so this is this pursuit of unconditional love and grasping that end. It's like that's what the search is for this next Lionsgate portal, is you're changing your perception, you're changing where you're focusing your energy, realizing that life is not as confusing as we've made it, that it's actually a choice between those two things, unconditional love and the fear of losing conditional love. So you're really moving into this next year through this portal with awareness, power, and the knowledge to step forward to achieve this. And this Knight shows you that you are going gallantly and very solidly and courageously in that direction. So I love that for you. All right, Libras, if you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly readings for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button. Also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it also helps my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy it wants to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you are looking for more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, mighty Libras, as you go through this journey, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing stepping through of this new Lion's Gate, and I'm sure we'll be talking very soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.